Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to Micro Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ellie. We are outside in Mexico and we are going to do a full body workout. We are going to hook up our cables to start. We're going to use them for the first handful of moves at the beginning of class, and then we'll clip them off when we're done with them. And we are going to do a little bit of a stretch out, a little bit of restorative at the end of this class, so you have that to look forward to as we work out really hard. All right, let's get things going. We are on one black spring to start, cables hooked up, and we are gonna start one of my favorite moves. It is a knee strap crunch. So you're gonna have a seat behind your back platform facing the front. You're gonna take your foot straps, put them up over your knees like you're putting on a pair of pants, and then scoot your glutes really close to your back platform. You're gonna lie down, head, neck, and shoulders resting on the floor or the mat, hopefully below you. From here, you can start with your feet flat on the platform, fingertips behind the head. So you take a breath in, and as you exhale, really anchor down through the core. So squeeze the abs right away. Now, finding that squeeze in your core without letting the low back move, go ahead and lift both your knees to tabletop. Flex your feet or point your toes, knees resting right over the hips, squeeze the inner thighs together. From here, inhale. As you exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. Drive your knees in towards your chest. Inhale, you're gonna lower down head, neck, and shoulders. Knees are gonna stop right over the hips. So exhale as you crunch, draw the knees in. Inhale as you lower down with control. And as you do this, really mindful that your lower back isn't arching or rounding away from the mat, nor is it pressing down into the mat. Right, so our lower back is nice and neutral. There might be a tiny slight curve of the low back off the mat, but you're bracing through the core so the abs are squeezing in and your lower back doesn't move as you do this lift and lower through the upper and lower body. And I love this move so much because it really gets into both the upper and the lower abs. You feel your whole core working. In 4, we're gonna hold the knees over the hips. In 3, 2, go ahead, lower the head down. You can bring the hands down beside your hips here. From here, we're gonna do some toe taps. So we're gonna go ahead and take our toes down towards that platform or the rail, and then you're gonna squeeze the low abs, drive the knees in towards your chest. So go ahead and lower and tap the toes down, and then scoop through low belly, drive the knees in towards the chest. Oh, you should feel this one so good. If you don't have quite enough resistance, you're just gonna scoot away from the machine a little bit more. Right? And if you need a little less resistance, you always have the option to do this whole series on one weight. Only take your toes as low as your lower back does not arch away from the mat. And right here, let's go ahead and flex the feet, keep going, but this time we're gonna tap the heels down, so little heel taps here. Right? Squeeze and scoop through the low belly. Try to keep the tension in your abs and out of the lower back. If you prefer, you can lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Keep the upper body lifted as you move through these toe taps. You can hear that little tremor in my voice. So keeping the chest lifted is definitely gonna make this just a bit harder. We've got just about 15 seconds to go here. Keep going with those taps slowly and with control, really lighting up through the whole core. In 4, we're gonna lift up and hold. In 3, 2, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, drive the knees in towards your chest. Give me a little pulse, little pulse, little pulse. Can you lift your chest towards your knees, pull those knees in towards you? 10 seconds. We are coming up to a seat. You've got tailbone angel on deck. In 4, in 3, 2, and 1, make your way up to seated. Heels are gonna be on your back platform. Cables come into your hands. Palms facing in. You're gonna hinge back till you feel that catch in the abs, collarbones broad, and then go ahead and open those arms straight out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then slowly resist the cables forward. So if you need more resistance, really simple, we're just gonna scoot back a little bit more. Less resistance, you can walk down to the foot straps, right? That'll make things just a little bit lighter, and then you can kind of walk up the foot straps just as much as you need. And again, we're feeling the core working here, so really squeeze the abs in and around you. Shoulders away from the ears, think about length through the crown of the head. If you're feeling the hip flexors a little bit too much, no big deal. Just go ahead and sit all the way upright here and just focus on the squeeze between the shoulder blades. Focus on actively engaging the core. Right, posture is super important in this one. And you're getting the rear delts, You're also getting into your rhomboids, right? The space between your shoulders. So find what you need here. In 4, we're gonna take the arms out to a low V and hold in 3, 2, so halfway back, hold it here. Recommit to your core. Let's see if we can just march out the legs, little marches. We're here for 10, 9, 8. We've got chest over on deck in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go chest opener. So knees can be on the floor behind the back platform or on the platform. Hands beside your hips, lengthen your fingertips to the floor, lift your chest, and then just start to press the arms straight back. And then resist the cables forward. So squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. You want to think about lengthening your arms down beside you. And then it's called chest opener because it's this gentle opening through the chest, right? It's kind of like you're folding your shoulder blades in towards one another. Try to take your eye gaze straight out at the horizon, right? If you look down towards the carriage, it tends to make our posture start to dip down as well. Should feel the backs of the arms working, right? Getting into our triceps here. In 4, we're gonna push it back and hold. In 3, 2, right here. Take it back, hold. Little squeeze of those thumbs in towards the waistline, little pulses in. You have 10 more seconds. We go into a sexy back. You have 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, hinge forward at the hips. Go ahead and squeeze your elbows back beside you. And let's turn the palms to face back today. So elbows up and back, spine is long, core is tight. And from here, we'll slowly start to extend those arms back behind us, trying to get those arms all the way straight if we can, bending at the elbows. So for less resistance in this move, we're scooting forward or walking down to the foot straps. For more resistance, you're scooting back, or you're choking up on your cables, right? You can always choke up on the cables to get more resistance. Now, as we start to fatigue here, what's natural is that the shoulders, the tops of the shoulders are gonna wanna kind of round forward. So just take a look, maybe roll the shoulders up towards the ears, re-slide them down and back towards your back pockets. Recommit to your core here. In 4, let's take it back and hold. In 3, 2, take it back, hold really strong through the arms. Give me a little bend, a little stretch, a little bend, a little stretch. Oh my God, this burns so good. You have 10 seconds. We are going 2 black springs, stand up. It is giant plie squat with a bicep curl in 3, 2, and 1. So let's go 2 black springs and then scoot on back. Step your feet out wider than your hips, knees and toes, natural turn out. Elbows in front of the ribs. We're gonna sit down into a plie squat as we bicep curl the carriage in towards us. Pause at the bottom here, right? Really push down through the heels, big toe mound, pinky toe mound at the foot. So the whole foot's really active. Maybe a tiny flare of the knees wide, firing up the outer glutes. Scoop through the low belly, and then slowly start to resist the carriage out as you lift up through the legs. Oh, if you're doing this right, you feel it on the first squat. Take it on down, nice and slow. Big flex of the arms. If you need more resistance, right, remember, we choke up on the cables or we scoot back. Less resistance, we're just gonna scoot forward. And at no point do you wanna lock out the knees, right? So we're keeping the legs active the whole time. Last little thing we're gonna do here with the cables, right? So this is kind of our last push on the upper body, and we're sort of moving into our leg series here. Again, this is one where posture is key. So think about lengthening your tailbone towards the floor, lengthening the crown of the head up towards the sky. In 4, we're gonna find our lowest point and hold. In 3, give me your best right here. In 2, take it on down, hold. From here, little flare those knees out. Little flare the knees wide. Abs a little tighter, flex the arms, maybe curl the palms in a little closer, little flare. For 4, for 3, 2, hold the flare. Pulse the hips down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold the legs steady, curl the arms, little pulses with the arms. Final 10 seconds here. We're gonna take our cables off. We're going 1 red spring, runner's lunge, right foot front platform, left foot carriage. Here is 3, 2, and 1. So go ahead and take your cables off. You're going 1 red spring. So I just unclip the cables, change your springs, one red. It will be right foot to the front platform, left foot to the carriage, runner's lunge. So hopefully you are already in it, sitting down nice and low through that right hip, right left toe slowly pressing the carriage out, slowly resisting back in. So make sure wherever you are in your runner's lunge, your right heel is connecting with the surface below you. So if the platform's not quite large enough, you can always step your foot forward to the floor. Right, and then a couple things check in on: shoulders square, hips square, right, core is engaged, and you want just a little bit of a hinge forward from the hips, right? So rather than being perfectly upright, little hip hinge, and that is gonna fire up your right glute just a bit more. So this isn't all quad, but we're getting into the glute. The other way to get into that glute muscle is driving your right heel down into that front platform like crazy. In 4, we're gonna bring left knee under the hip in 3, 2, left knee under the hip here. From here, I want you to sit it down to your lowest point. Find your lowest point. Bend through both knees, dip that left knee down towards the machine. Lift it up about 4 inches. So sink it down, lowest point. Drive through the right heel, lift it up about 4 inches. So finding our lowest point and probably just about halfway out of this runner's lunge. Good, we're gonna stay here with this little down and up, this 4-inch movement. Keep it going for me. You've got 5, you've got 4, you've got 3, 2, sit it down, lowest point, hold, go back to your runner's lunge, go back to your runner's lunge. 20 seconds left. Find full extension with that left leg, maybe lift the left heel a little higher, maybe hinge forward from the hips just a bit more. 12 seconds to go. We've got a squat with a skating variation, little squat skate combo in 4, quarter turn to the left in 3, 2, quarter turn to the left, right foot front platform, left foot carriage, feet inside the straps if you're using them. You're gonna sit down into a squat and you're gonna hold. Energy down through that right foot. Left leg's gonna slowly send the carriage out. You're gonna skate for me just 1 time here. Resist, resist, resist in. Focus on that resist in, and then keeping some tension in the outer glutes, drive through the heels, slowly lift up. So it is 1 squat, right? And at the bottom of each squat, we're gonna skate it out 1 time. Focus on sealing down the outer edges of both feet. Focus on a tiny little flare of the knees out, right? So as the outer glutes start to get exhausted, what's gonna happen here is that the knees are gonna wanna start to collapse in. Focus on the energy down in that right leg. So what I really like to do with that right leg on the skater is push actively down through my right foot the entire time I'm there. Option to bring one hand to the front of the core, one hand to the low back, right? Checking in that we're keeping the alignment of the spine. We're keeping our core really engaged here so we don't feel any tension in our lower back as we do this one. Great job, friends. Okay, focus in on the tempo, focus in on your breath, right? And if you're gonna be here, really be here. I say this a lot, but how we do anything is how we do everything, right? So can I be present in my workout? Can I focus in on this moment and stay here? In 4, we're gonna stay in our squat. In 3, 2, sit it on down, hold your squat, all skating. You've got 25 seconds left in this move, just skate. Up next, we are going 1 white spring, and we are going escalator lunge. So it will be left foot on the front platform, right foot on the carriage will be facing the back of the machine. You've got escalator lunge, 1 white spring in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change your spring. So we're going 1 white spring, both feet on your front platform facing the back to start, right? And then it's gonna be the right foot that steps forward, left toes tuck onto your platform. And let's go escalator lunge, and we're gonna do a moonwalker right away. So as you lower down into this first escalator lunge, pause at the bottom, Wrap your right outer glute back, freeze the right leg. Bend through the left knee slowly, slowly, slowly. Right, and then we'll lengthen back out through the left leg, and then we'll finish our escalator lunge. Maybe you're hearing my breath, right? Maybe you're breathing in a similar fashion. Focus in on your tempo. I'd love to tell you this is the finisher for your right leg, but I have a sneaky little 30-second finisher for the right leg. Let's go 15 seconds just like this. Okay, focus on a little bit of an energetic squeeze between the inner thighs. That's gonna help you find your stability, hips and shoulders squared to your back platform. We're gonna add on, so if you're at the bottom of the lunge, what we're gonna do is next time you moonwalk, you're gonna hold in the moonwalk. You're gonna do one split squat. So you're gonna lift up, keep the carriage steady. You're gonna sink down, and then we moonwalk back out. And then we finish our escalator lunge. So just to recap, every time we come down into escalator lunge, you're going to stay in that lunge. You're gonna hit a moonwalk in, pause, a split squat up, ooh, sink it down real low, a moonwalker back out, and then lift and finish the lunge. You've got 15 seconds. We have our sneaky finisher for the right leg. It is going to be a single leg bear in 4, hold your lunge. In 3, 2, bring it down, hold your lunge. If you can, hands to your carriage. Step your right foot back to the platform, float your left toes. We go single leg bear. Oh God, so mean. Okay, look, you're 10 seconds into the single leg bear. Keep the hips square. You can always set the left toes on top of the right heel, right? You can always set the left foot down all together. 10 seconds, we go single leg bear on the left leg. You have 4, 3, 2, left foot down, single leg bear, left leg. Oh, feel that left quad talking to you right away. Hips level with the shoulders. Try to keep your eye gaze slightly forward. Again, right toes can come to the back of the left heel as an option, or right foot can come down as an option. 15 seconds. We're going escalator lunge, left leg with a moonwalker. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So left foot steps forward, and we're gonna go escalator lunge with a moonwalker. So when you arrive at the bottom of that escalator lunge, wrap the left glute back, 1 moonwalker. Okay, so we'll start with our first variation, which is just 1 escalator lunge, right? 1 moonwalker. Ooh, buddy. So, heart rate should be high. You definitely should be sweating by now if you weren't already. If you're somebody who doesn't really sweat a lot, lucky you. I can feel it dripping into my eyeballs right now. Probably a little TMI, probably not, because it's probably happening to you too. But listen, here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna break. Because how we do this is how we do everything, right? And just because it's challenging, we're not gonna step out of it and reset, right? We might modify, we might adjust, we might not get as low, but we're gonna stay where our muscles are working, because that's where the change is happening in our body, right? That's where all the good shit happens. So stay with me. Let's add on this next lunge. So next time you come down into your escalator lunge, we're gonna add in that split squat. So we moonwalk in, right? And then we split squat up, and then back down. Ooh. And that right leg might be talking to you, that's okay, right? Focusing on that left leg, energy down through the left heel. Really think about pulling with the back line of the left leg to come out of your lunge. Great work, friends. Here's the deal. You've got just about 25 seconds left in this variation. Focus on your depth in your lunge. Maybe you can slow down that pace just a tiny bit more. right? If the body's starting to shake and tremor, that's a good sign, right? That means we're getting where we want to go. We're going one red spring. It's going to be runner's lunge. We'll turn around, left foot front platform. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it on off. Let's go one red spring quickly as you can. Left foot front platform, right foot carriage. I hope y'all beat me in this transition. Left foot front platform, right foot carriage, runner's lunge. I was about to get into a squat. Hopefully you weren't watching me. All right, runner's lunge. It's left foot forward, right foot back. So once you're in the move somewhat, you feel your left glute is working, then we start to reassess, right? Are my hips squared forward? What about my shoulders? Abs on, little bit of a hinge forward. Check in, left knee is lined up over the heel. Check in, my left heel is pushing into a solid surface, right? Maybe I can drop my right knee a little lower. Maybe I can lift my right knee a little bit higher, right? And then pause as you extend the carriage out. Really resist the carriage back in. Right, working actively against that spring load. Great job, everyone. All right. In 4, right knee under the hip. In 3, 2, bring that right knee underneath the right hip, hold. I want you to sink it down first. So find your lowest point first, and then drive through the left heel, slowly lift it up. And if you are starting to tremor like I am, good. So about 4 inches in range, right? We sink it down, lowest point. We lift it up about 4 inches. Sink it back down, lowest point. We're gonna go 10 seconds like this. It is an all-out runner's lunge to finish this set. In 3, 2, drop it down low, hold. Just the right leg. Just the right leg, pressing out slowly and with control. Check in with the left knee, make sure it's lined up over the left heel, right? Really sit down nice and low into this. Finish this out. 13 seconds to go. We've got our squat skating combo on deck. You've got 5 seconds. Quarter turn to your right. Get right into your squat. Seamless transition. Make it smooth. Keep the left leg engaged. Here's 3, 2. So stay low. Carefully pivot around with the feet, right? Sit down into your squat. Maybe send the carriage out so it's a little bit wider. Core on, shoulders back. Now let's find our skate at the bottom. Good. So hopefully what happened in that transition is your left leg didn't even get a chance to really take a break, right? That would be ideal. So we're going 1 squat, 1 skate at the bottom of each squat. Oh, we are so close to being done with legs. And once we finish off our leg series, we only have 1 exercise to go. So your finisher is just around the corner. I want you to stay with me. Okay, focus in right now, your best form. Worry about this exercise, this move, right? Maybe add in some arms to help keep your focus, to help keep your alignment, right? A lot of times when I'm working out this machine by myself, I'm constantly moving my arms because they're this long lever that gets my core fired up, but also because they give my mind something to focus on, right? There's not a lot of resistance going on in my arms, and it's something that I can move really slowly, and it can help to slow down my legs as well, right? And that's part of the goal, is making everything super, super effective. You've got just about 10 seconds to go. We go all skating to finish out. In 4, meet me in that squat hold. In 3, 2, set it down, hold. Okay, slowly send the right leg out. Focus some energy down through the outer edge of that left foot. Check in the left knee isn't knocking in, it isn't turning out. A lot of energy in this left leg, absorbing what's happening here on the right leg. Wrap your abs in and around you. You've got 10 seconds. We are going into a squat press out, working evenly through both legs in 3, 2, 1. So start with the carriage about hip distance apart. Come almost all the way up to standing. Right here, you're gonna sit down into a squat, and as you sit into the squat, you're gonna push the carriage out. Seal down the outer edges of both feet. Find your lowest point in your squat. Now resist the carriage in as you lift up. And the effect should be immediate shaking. Here's the deal. 35 seconds left to go on your legs. As you squat, push down and out through both feet. As you lift up, resist, resist. Don't let the knees knock in, resist. Here's the deal, you've got 25 seconds. Keep it on going. Sit down low in that squat, control it on the way up. The control on the way up, I would say, is even more important than how far you push the carriage out on the way out. Stay with me. 10 seconds. We are going one white spring to finish out class. You have a reverse plank to pike to finish out this series. You have 5. You have 4, 3, 2, quickly change the springs. Let's go one white spring, feet to the front platform, hands to your carriage. Find that strong plank position, length through the crown of the head and the heels. Use your core to pike your hips up towards the sky. Stop before the weight drops into your heels and then lengthen back out. As you lengthen back out, take your eye gaze slightly forward towards your back platform. Core works to lift you up, right? And so much control to lengthen back out. If you want to add on, drop a push-up, right? We're going to finish out with a little bit of a hold. You've got 3 times in these little holds. So in 4, I want you to pike it up and hold. In 3, 2, pike it up, hold. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lengthen out, plank, hold. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Find a pike just halfway up, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Find your plank, hold. This finishes your second round. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Pike it up, hold. Final pike, hold. Here's 4, 3, 2. Lengthen out to plank, hold. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose, you are done. Sit your hips to your heels. Knees and toes wide. Lengthen the arms forward. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Amazing job, friends. Okay, let's take our child's pose and let's go ahead and move off of our microformer. Right, so find a little bit of space on the floor. Big toes touch, knees wide. Walk the arms forward. Forehead down to the mat, right? And just go ahead and close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And a full breath out. Let's go ahead and walk both hands over to the right. So left palm over right. Sink down through the left hip. Feel a little bit of a side body stretch and breathe some space into the side body. Big inhale. Full exhale. Walk your hands back through center. Over to the other side. So right palm over left. Again, anchor down through the right hip. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Right, we'll come back through to child's pose. And then we'll just go ahead and gently lift the chest up a little bit. Right, and if you haven't yet, maybe switch your music up, put on something a little more mellow. We're gonna take the right arm across the chest and we're just gonna lower back down into that child's pose. So left arm crawls forward, right arm across the chest. Right, you're gonna feel a nice stretch in the shoulder. You can bring the right ear to the mat if that feels good, looking towards the stretch. A little bit more intense shoulder stretch, it's forehead down towards the mat. And then just go ahead and gently lift up. We'll stretch the right arm forward, we'll slide the left arm across the chest, and we'll take the same stretch on the other side here. Right, so left arm across the chest, maybe looking towards the left fingertips. Right, maybe keeping the forehead down towards the mat, whatever feels good in your body. And then we'll go ahead and stretch the left arm forward. Walk your fingertips forward, sink your hips back towards your heels. Take a big deep breath in. And a full breath out, let it go. Good, we'll just go ahead and walk our hands in towards our knees, and then we'll just roll off to one side. Have a seat on your glutes, extend your legs forward. Okay, and then bend your knees as much as you need, okay? This isn't about who has the most flexible hamstrings. See if you can kind of walk your glutes out from underneath you. Right, well, inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. And then exhale, go ahead, forward fold. Right, so reach and grab on wherever you find space to grab on. And then maybe you walk your heels a little further forward as your hamstrings start to release on you, and maybe not, right? Think about drawing the collarbones towards the toes. And then I really like to drop chin towards my chest and round through my spine, right? And just kind of let go here, right? You've done so much work to get to this point, so can you just let go a little bit? Start to tap into your breath, right? Inhaling for a count of 4. Exhaling out for a count of 6. Slowing and deepening each breath. And feeling your muscles begin to soften around the edges, right? Notice if there's any place you're gripping or hanging on, and just start to let it go. We'll gently make our way up to a comfortable seat. And we're gonna lower down onto our backs. Once you get there, we're gonna take a figure 4 for the right leg. So right ankle over the left knee here. And then flex the right foot. You can use your right hand to gently press the right knee forward. You should feel a stretch in the outer side of the glute. And if you're seeking a little bit more sensation, we'll just hug this shape in towards the chest. I like to kind of use my right elbow against my right thigh, pushing that knee wide as I draw the left knee towards my heart space. See if you can lengthen out through the neck, soften through the shoulders. Unfurrow your brow. Watching these clouds just slowly drift above me, which is a rare and beautiful thing here in Mexico. It's not cloudy very often. Let's go ahead. We're going to keep the figure 4. Lower your left foot down to the mat. Cactus or tee the arms out wide to the side. And you're going to keep this figure 4. Just use your right ankle to draw your left knee over to the right. So a little supine twist with figure 4 legs as you draw that left knee down. Maybe you're pressing up slightly through the left hip, right? Getting a little rotation through the spine, a little stretch in the front of the hip. We'll come back through center here. Plant the right foot on the mat, and we'll cross left ankle over the right knee. Flex your foot, right? Pause, place your left hand on your left thigh. Maybe just gently press the left thigh forward. And then check in. Does this feel like enough, or are you seeking a little more sensation? And it might feel different side to side. If you want, you can draw the right knee in towards the chest. And just remember, more isn't always more, right? So a lot of times I give you all of these options, ways to add on, right? But don't think that you need to do every single addition, or that adding all these extra things on somehow makes your workout or your stretch better. Right? Part of this process is just listening to our body and giving our body what it needs. Let's release right foot to the mat. Keep the figure 4 legs, cactus or tee the arms out wide, and just draw the right knee across the body. So a little supine twist with this figure 4 legs. I like to kind of press my right hip towards the sky. It feels really good. If the supine twist doesn't feel great with the figure 4 legs, right? Go ahead and take any supine twist that feels good in your body. Good, we'll come back through center here. And then just go ahead and draw both knees on in towards the chest. Give them a little bit of a squeeze. I want you to roll the ankles around a few times both directions. Wiggle out your toes. Maybe point and flex the feet. We'll take an inhale here. As you exhale, just go ahead and lift head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. And I want you to wrap your arms around your shins as tightly as you can. Hug everything in really close. Contract in like a nice tight little ball here. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we're just going to lower down onto the mat. And we'll either find a Shavasana, arms and legs long, right? Or we'll find a constructive rest. Planting the soles of the feet flat on the mat, about hip width apart. Knees knocked together at the center, right? And then maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. So whatever shape speaks to you. Close the eyes if they're not already. Feel into everything happening beneath the edges of your skin. Feel your breath moving through your body. Feel yourself fully here. in this moment on your mat, holding space for whatever it is you need. 2 more rounds of breath. You're welcome to stay here, resting in this shape for as long as you like. Right? But if you're ready to move on, just start to bring some subtle movement back into your body, wiggling fingertips and toes, right? Gently fluttering the eyes open. And when you're ready, we'll just roll off to one side and we'll make our way up to a comfortable seat. Right, so whatever that looks like for you, just find a place to sit up nice and tall. We're gonna take 2 deep breaths together. So inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, deep breath in all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you so, so much for being here. And if you've made it to this point in the class, I'm so proud of you. Right? You moved your body through an amazing workout. Doesn't matter what it looked like. Right? The fact that you did it is incredible. Right? And then you made space and time, right, to give your muscles, give back to your body just a little bit with that stretch. Thanks, guys. I will see you again real soon.